Alright guys, we're back on the old trashy Ferguson. Can't remember if the end of my last video I said or not, but that tank repair did not work. The one with the fiberglass. So I pretty much come to the conclusion that I'm going to have to take these plates off. So I had to go to work for a couple days, unfortunately, but I sprayed the bolts down with some penetrating oil, just kind of loosen them up. I've already taken the roll bar off, and so that's where we're at. We're going to pull the tank and try to do a proper repair on this thing. So, well, that's what we're doing. I've come to the unfortunate conclusion that I'm going to have to take these tires off. I can't. I'll grab a flashlight. There's some bolts down there that I just don't think I'm going to be able to get the. There's right there. And I just don't think I'm going to be able to get them off without taking these tires off. So I had to put some fuel in it and fire it up. And because it had an aerator on the back, when the guy brought it over here, it was pouring down rain. It was in the middle of Hurricane Michael. I was like, just back it in with that on there, because I didn't think I was going to get into all this, but that's where we're at. So I'm going to jack it up enough to get the tires off, pull the tires off. Once I get the tires off, I think the rest of the stuff will be easy. I can get the impact and stuff in there and take those bolts out. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so we got the right side off. Here's the bolts, the plate. This whole plate's got to come off because there are bolts behind here that hold that gas tank on, and these bolts didn't think I'd be able to get to. Got the old Harbor Freight Earthquake. Make quick work of it, and it works good. The only problem I got with it was not long after we bought it, a little retainer that holds your socket on broke or got lost. Anyway, it's gone. So the sockets fall off. I tried putting a little O-ring on there to try to see if it would help it, and it doesn't. So we're gonna get this plate off, jump to the other side. I got it, the jack and the jack stand under it. On the other side, I'm gonna put something on here. I couldn't get to it with the wheel on, but when you take the wheel off, when you jack it up in the center, you know your tractor's gonna wanna fall. These wheels are heavy. So I put that underneath there so when it fell, tilted the opposite way, it would catch it. Anyway, so let's see if we can get the plate off. So we got it off. Mind the wasp nest. Anyway, these are the two bolts that have to come out. This one and this one. This is the one I could get to from outside, but could not get to those two from behind that plate. So that's why I had to take the stupid plate off. Anyway, let's get the other side. Alright, got both tires off. Got the plate off the other side. Attempt to get these bolts out. Oh, they're 12s. They're 12 millimeter. Of course, everything's metric. I think this tractor is really made by Mitsubishi. So I think it's got a Mitsubishi engine. Even though it says Massey Ferguson on it, but everything's metric. I'm gonna stop. I think you guys have taken bolts out before. So, all right, I got the tank loose. I just had to put a little bit more fuel in it this morning to take it outside and drop that aerator off. So just waiting on the fuel to drain out. It's just about done. All right, we got the cover off the tank. There's a couple more bolts underneath that cover. This is what we found. It's a good thing that this bad boy here is old, not new. That would have sucked. So we got some wires. This is the wiring harness that goes through for the tail lights. This is the sending unit, and this is the return line from the pump coming back. So I'm gonna get the vacuum cleaner, vacuum all this off, pull the sending unit out, take the return fuel line off, get the wiring harness and stuff disconnected, take these bolts loose, and see if we can't pull it out. We got the tank out. It's filthy. Parks his tractor outside. Talk to him. He's by a little shed. Anyway, this is where I tried to make the repair before. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's real wet. Sorry. But it's real wet around it. Well, it's been leaking. And I'm gonna go back with the same kit. I think that I think it'll work if we can get it on there and apply it right. So I'm gonna clean this up, take all this back off, clean this up real good. I might have to hit it with a grinder to get this shit off. Or I might just pull it. Ugh. Now there came that. So the hole is, I think, right there. So I'm gonna clean this up and go get another patch kit, the same one I got the other day at Napa, and see if we can patch this thing. Now this is a spot. This is I put that JB Weld on when I first tried to do that JB Weld tank stuff. I don't think it was leaking from here. It just looked, you know, it was a spot kind of like that where paint was chipped, and I was like, well, better safe than sorry. But this is the main leak, if you can see on that first video I posted. So, well, all right, I hit this thing with the grinder and the flapper wheel. I wasn't trying to take any material off, just trying to get it cleaned up. And it looks like there's a spot here. That's the original hole. And there's a spot here, and it's real hard to see. But there's a little spot right there. So I'm trying to patch this whole area. And try to get it fixed up. So, all right, so we got our new kit. One thing I'm gonna do different this time than I did last time is I'm gonna make a much smaller patch. You saw earlier I had this whole area trying to be patched, so I made a much smaller patch to kind of fit over that area. So I'm not trying to apply this two-part epoxy all over the entire tank. I really don't have a stand out here, so I'm not gonna film, but basically you take this yellow stuff, the yellow putty, you put it in the holes, you mix up your epoxy, which you just smash it and it comes together in the center. And then you take, it comes with a little brush, you put the epoxy on there, you lay your fiberglass mesh over there, and then you cover that with epoxy too. So that's what I'm gonna do, and we'll see. All right, we got it on there. I laid it on pretty thick. So you can see it's pouch. It smells kind of like a wet dog. The epoxy smells kind of like a wet dog, but it's already started to harden. There's this little brush. Put some on the brush. Put it on there. Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna put some down here on this. Why not? Oh, it's hot. The package is hot. So hot. So put some on this JB Weld that I put on here earlier. I don't think there's a hole there. It just looked like a spot where maybe the paint come off from right here too. Oh, it's already gelled up, so that ain't gonna work. And I don't think that's leaking anyway. So, anyway, there it is. I'm gonna let it cure while I eat some lunch and come back and put it back on. All right, we got our patch here. It's cured up. It says it's got a 30-minute cure time, and you can add fuel to it in 30 minutes, but that's probably been about 45 minutes since I put it on there. I'm not gonna put any fuel in it, of course. It's not even in the tractor. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back together. I'll try to, I got my stand thing here. I'll put it up and kind of film it in fast motion. All right, we got the Massey Ferguson back together. Doesn't look like it's leaking. I got some fuel in it. I did manage to get the tires on by myself. They were a challenge. So what I did was I set this block of wood. These tires, I can't pick them up. Like I'm a big guy, but there's no way for me to pick them up. So I set them up on these blocks of wood, rolled the tires up on it right at the hub, and stuck the jack back underneath it and jacked it, you know, set the tire where it was higher than the hub, and then I slowly jacked the jack up till the hub got where it matched up with the bolts, and then I had them both up off the ground, so I was able to turn them to get the hubs lined up to where the bolts would go in. I got them in. Took a little finagling and a whole lot of cussing to get it back in, but the old Massey Ferguson's done. I had to crank it up earlier. I'm trying to get his battery to charge, but this thing's been sitting on there for 2 hours charging or more. And I've been coming by and looking at it, and it says charging. Now all of a sudden it says check. So I don't know what the deal is. Let's see if she'll crank. I bet she won't. So I had to jump it off with my truck earlier. I don't know if I already said that, but I had to bring my truck in here, jump it off to get the crank. I called the guy, buddy who owns it. I was like, hey man, this thing won't crank. He's like, oh yeah, the battery's dead. I had to jump it off when I brought it over. I was like, oh, thanks for the heads up. So let's see if she'll crank. Neutral. No lights are coming on. Well, we might have a... You know what? I got the fuel turned off a bit. I do. All right. Let's try it one more time. Nope, she will not crank. So we'll throw the charger on it. But anyway, it's done. Thanks for watching.